Hello everyone, if you're listening to this, you are now officially a part of my revamping of my channel. I'm hoping to bring back my podcast as well as dive into a few other things with that podcast. I currently have one person on my list to have on my podcast once I get it back started. Pool Boys Comedy, you can find him on Instagram, so check those out so you can know who I'm talking to. Hopefully that pans out. This won't be the first time I've said I'm going to have someone on and they don't come on, but hopefully this one pans out. Other than that, I'm trying to get back into doing the movie reviews, and today I got one for you called Tag. Before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe and spread this around. But here we go. Before I get started with this review, I just want to say that I can get down with stupid, fun movies. If a movie wants me to turn my brain off and just laugh, I can do that. Seeing a lot of dramatic and sad movies as I tend to, I can really appreciate a film that knows what it is and just wants you to have a good time. Tag, however, doesn't really do that. First, I'll get into things that I liked. The whole cast did a good job for the most part. Ed Helms was the weakest part of the movie because he was the least funny. But I wouldn't call it his fault. His character just should have been written better, but he did a fine job with what he was given. As for the rest of the cast, Hannibal Buress had a pretty decent character. He was mostly just an insert joke here kind of guy. John Hamm was a lot of fun to watch, as well as Jeremy Renner, who gave probably the most fun performance overall. The chemistry between the cast was there, but somewhat failed to be really entertaining. I thought the story was nice for the most part. I liked the whole friendship theme, and it was pretty sweet overall, and as well as in the ending, which I'll talk about at the end of the review to avoid spoilers for those who don't want them, but then again, this is a comedy movie. The way that Renner's scenes were filmed was actually pretty cool, but it kind of got old after a while, but I was still able to enjoy them for the most part. Also, there was only one sequence that really kept me laughing the whole time, and that was the scene with Thomas Middleditch. That guy's just really funny, and he knows exactly how to play what he's given, and I just wanted more of him in this movie. I also kind of enjoyed the soundtrack for the most part. Even though it was kind of scatterbrained, it fit pretty well with this film. Shake Your Rump by the Beastie Boys was played at one point, and any cut off of Paul's Boutique is a sure way to win me over. And I enjoyed that aspect of the film quite a bit, although there was one real missed opportunity where the characters are hanging out in the basement and there's a poster of Nirvana's Nevermind hanging in the background, and it cuts to them driving somewhere where the song playing is Lake of Fire, but it's a studio version and not the one from the Nirvana Unplugged. I thought that was a real missed opportunity to play a great song that had a little bit of subtle foreshadowing for people who were paying attention. Now for the things I didn't like, I just didn't find it very funny. Which is what this movie needed to be, because this is a weak premise, but it could work with some funny moments, but I didn't find it to be very funny. A lot of the jokes fell flat for me, and it kind of made me roll my eyes. Isla Fisher's character also got old really quickly. She also did a fine job with what she was given, but the character just wasn't very good. The loudness and intensity of her character wasn't funny, and it was more annoying than anything. They also kept doing a weird effect where a character would walk in front of the camera and it would slide into the next shot in a sort of wipe effect, which was kind of cool the first time, but it just kept happening and it annoyed me the whole way through. The directing in this movie was boring, nothing visually interesting at all. A lot of people have compared this movie to Game Night, and I think Game Night was much better. They're similar in that they have unrealistic stories. Game Night succeeded because it was pretty funny and had some pretty impressive and cool direction as well as cinematography, while Tag had none of those. Game Night didn't reinvent the wheel or anything, but it was a dumb, fun movie, and I was able to appreciate it for what it was. I also feel like there could have been a more limber group of comedians that could have done better in this movie, like Nick Kroll, Jason Mantzoukas, Thomas Middleditch, Kumail Nanjiani, and some others from that comedy scene. I think that they're better in terms of comedic timing and improv, and probably could have brought a lot more to this film. Now for the ending. This is a dumb comedy movie, so nothing I say will ruin the movie, but if you don't want to hear about it, skip to this part in the video. Ready? Here we go. Okay. It's revealed in the end that Ed Helms' character has cancer, and he's lied about Jeremy Renner's character quitting the game in order to get everyone together to play one last season tag before he may pass. This was a pretty kind moment in the film, but it kind of pissed me off because the movie all of a sudden really wanted me to care about this character after being so non-personal with him for so long, and while it was nice to get a little emotion in there, I thought it was kind of cheap and could have used a bit more setup. Also, Rashida Jones's character was really set up as this thing that could give the group problems, and then it shifted into a sort of who's going to end up with her kind of thing, and it really went nowhere. There's a short little wrap-up of it at the end, which was kind of abrupt and strange. Overall, this movie struggled because of its lack of comedy and slow pacing that seemed to dance around the second act forever. I might not be the key demographic for this movie, seeing how many problems I had with it. I'm not mad that I saw it, and I did get some enjoyment from watching all these guys mess around for an hour and a half. Tag gets a 5 out of 10. All right, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like and comment below, and stay tuned for more coming soon. Thank you. See ya.